You have probably seen it hundreds of times. A robin lands in your bird bath, suddenly explodes into the water, wings thrashing violently, water flying everywhere like the bird has completely lost control. Then just as quickly, it stops. It jumps to a nearby branch, shakes once, and begins slowly running its beak through every feather with almost surgical precision. Most people watch this for years without thinking much about it. It becomes part of the background, one of those peaceful little backyard moments you barely notice anymore. And like almost everyone else, you probably assumed the bird was simply getting clean. But that assumption is completely wrong, because birds do not bathe mainly to remove dirt. In fact, what you are watching is something far more serious, far more dangerous, and far more important to survival than most people realize. That tiny bird splashing wildly in your backyard is actually performing one of the most critical maintenance routines of its entire life. And the frightening part? If birds cannot do this properly, many of them slowly lose the ability to survive, especially during brutal summer heat, migration season, and freezing winter nights. Because feathers are not just feathers. To a bird, feathers are survival. Welcome back to The Birds Know. Subscribe before you leave, because what you are about to learn will change the way you watch every bird that visits your bird bath for the rest of your life. Today we're going to know about the real reason of bird's bath. Every feather on a bird's body is an incredibly advanced piece of biological engineering. Tiny microscopic structures inside the feather lock together almost like miniature zippers. When those structures stay aligned, the feather works correctly. The bird stays warm. Water rolls off its body. Flight remains smooth and efficient, but daily life slowly damages those feathers constantly. Flying through bushes, rainstorms, strong wind, crowded feeders, even simple everyday movement slowly separates and weakens feather structure. And once feathers begin degrading, everything becomes harder. Flying burns more energy. Cold nights become more dangerous. Water soaks deeper into the body. Predators become harder to escape. That's why bathing matters so much. The water softens the feather structure, allowing the bird to carefully realign everything afterward during preening. In other words, the bath itself is only the beginning. The real maintenance happens afterward. And honestly, this next part changes how you see bird baths forever, because bathing is actually extremely dangerous for birds. Right now, if a hawk suddenly attacked your backyard, most healthy birds could escape instantly. But a soaking wet bird? That is a completely different story. Wet feathers become heavier, flight becomes slower, turning quickly becomes harder, and for a few terrifying moments, that bird becomes vulnerable. Very vulnerable. Researchers studying backyard songbirds found that wet birds respond noticeably slower to predator attacks than dry birds. And birds know this. That's why bathing birds constantly stop and scan their surroundings between splashes. Have you ever noticed that? Splash, pause, look around, splash again. They are continuously checking for danger, because during those few minutes, their survival system is temporarily weakened. And this is exactly why bird bath placement matters so much more than most people realize. A bird bath sitting alone in the center of an open yard may look beautiful to humans, but to birds, it can feel terrifying. There's nowhere to escape quickly if danger appears. That's why experts recommend placing bird baths close to shrubs or small trees. Close enough for fast cover, but not so close that predators like cats can hide nearby. And honestly, this is one reason moving water changes everything. Birds are naturally drawn to moving water, because in nature, moving water usually means freshness and safety. A simple solar fountain or gently moving bird bath can attract dramatically more birds than still water alone, especially during hot summer afternoons and migration season. A lot of bird lovers eventually switch to elevated moving water bird baths because birds feel safer using them and notice them more easily from above. I added a few of the most recommended ones down in the description because people constantly ask which bird baths actually keep birds returning consistently. And honestly, there's another type of bathing most people completely misunderstand: dust bathing. You have probably seen sparrows doing this before. They find a dry patch of dirt, then suddenly start throwing dust all over themselves like tiny feathery explosions. At first glance, It looks ridiculous, almost like the bird is trying to get dirty instead of clean. But dust bathing may actually be even more important than water bathing, because this behavior is all about parasites. Tiny feather lice and mites live hidden deep inside bird feathers. And over time, those parasites slowly destroy feather quality. Researchers found that birds heavily infested with feather parasites actually lose insulation efficiency and burn more energy simply trying to stay warm. And here's the incredible part. Water alone often cannot remove these parasites. But fine dry dust can clog their breathing pores and weaken their grip inside feathers. In other words, dust bathing acts almost like natural parasite treatment. That messy dry dirt patch in your yard. To a sparrow, it may function like a medical clinic. And strangely enough, many modern backyards accidentally remove these natural bathing areas completely. Perfectly landscaped yards with no exposed soil may look beautiful, but they often eliminate important parasite control spaces birds naturally depend on. But perhaps the most fascinating part of all happens after the bath, when the bird begins carefully running its beak through every feather. This process is called preening, and most people think birds are simply combing themselves. They're not. Near the base of a bird's tail is a tiny gland that produces a special protective oil. As the bird preens, it spreads this oil carefully across the feather surface. That oil helps waterproof feathers, preserve flexibility, and even fight bacteria and fungi that slowly damage feather structures over time. The bird is not cleaning, it is protecting survival equipment. And honestly, this next behavior sounds almost unbelievable. Some birds actually use ants as medicine. Scientists call this behavior anting. A robin or blue jay may pick up live ants, then rub them directly into its feathers repeatedly, for years. Researchers genuinely thought birds were behaving strangely or irrationally. But eventually, scientists discovered the truth. Many ants release formic acid when threatened, and that acid appears to help kill or weaken feather parasites. The bird is basically using the ant like a tiny chemical treatment tool. And unbelievably, researchers discovered birds often choose specific ant species more useful for this behavior. That means the bird is not acting randomly. It is selecting the right biological tool for the job. And all of this, the bathing, the dust, the preening, the ants, is happening quietly in ordinary backyards every single day. Most people never realize they are watching millions of years of survival engineering unfolding right in front of them. Your bird bath is not decoration. To birds, it is survival infrastructure. And honestly, this is one reason clean water matters so much during extreme summer heat, especially right now across many parts of the United States, where rising temperatures can quickly dehydrate small birds. Fresh, clean water can literally determine whether exhausted birds recover safely or continue struggling. That's why many experienced bird lovers refresh water daily during hot months and use shallow textured bird baths, safer for smaller birds to grip comfortably. And if you really want birds to keep returning, moving water combined with consistent fresh seed becomes incredibly powerful, especially black oil sunflower seeds, which attract many of the birds people emotionally connect with most. Cardinals, chickadees, goldfinches, nuthatches, and migrating songbirds. I added the seed mixes many backyard bird lovers recommend most down below too, because people ask constantly what actually keeps birds coming back safely and consistently. But maybe the most beautiful part of all this is realizing what you've truly been watching all these years. Not random splashing, not playful chaos, not birds simply getting clean. You have been watching tiny wild creatures maintaining the only survival equipment they possess, running ancient biological systems perfected over millions of years, all inside quiet suburban backyards, while most humans barely notice. So, the next time you see a robin exploding into your bird bath, pause for a second. Watch more carefully. Because now you know what is really happening. A small wild animal, performing one of the most important survival rituals of its life. And honestly, that makes the entire moment feel far more extraordinary than most people ever realize. And now, I genuinely want to ask you something. Do you have a bird bath in your yard? And which birds use it most often? Cardinals, robins, hummingbirds, blue jays? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one.